Well, at least the house was still standing, Sharon.
Only just. I don't know when we're going to get back in.
Well, not this week, that's for sure. I suppose subsidence problems are difficult to predict.
You're going to get fed up of me being here, aren't you?
Oh, not at all. You're company for me. I get a lot more conversation out of you than I do out of Roland. What are you looking for, Roland? What have you lost?
Oh,
Can we help?
no, it's the...
The Holy Grail?
No.
Lost coin?
Oh, I bet you've taken it upstairs.
Do you see what I mean? It's stimulating, isn't it? I mean, I don't ask much out of life, Sharon. I don't want to spend my evenings discussing the possibility of life on other planets. I just want a little conversation about life on this planet, if there is any.
Husbands aren't for talking to, though, are they?
What are they for?
My mum says they're for showing you how lucky you are. That you don't have two of them.
How true.
Do you want another cup?
No, thanks.
I mean, staying at Clogger's Arms is a dream come true for me dad. He helps landlord tap barrel. They'd get more beer if they put tap on him.
Yes, he does like his drink, your father.
Oh, he could drink for England. Gold medal every time.
Does your mother like being a barmaid?
Not a lot, but she's got to support my dad, hasn't she?
Well, the marriage ceremony does say for better or for worse.
Yeah, misses out drunk or sober.
Probably on the bottom somewhere in small print. Do you know what Friday is, Sharon?
Payday.
It's our 15th wedding anniversary.
Oh, great. Congratulations.
Do you think Roland will remember?
Don't you?
I think he's more likely to swim the Atlantic.
What will you do if he forgets?
No, nothing much. Wrap the ironing board round his neck. Put super glue on his cornflakes.
You'd be a bit upset then.
Oh, no, not really. I mean, after all, what's 15 years of mending and cooking and cleaning and washing?
Can't find it anywhere. You must have moved it. I'm lost without the minutes of that last meeting.
And fetching and carrying.
I knew you'd put it somewhere.
I always thought you and Roland were very happy.
Oh, we are very happy, Sharon. I can't imagine life without Roland, but there are moments when I could cheerfully throttle him.
Yeah, I feel like that about Wayne. When I'm with him, I can't stand him. When he's not there, I'm wondering what he's doing.
Men, I don't know whether they're a pleasure or a curse. I better go and see if Stephen's had his bath. Getting a 12-year-old boy into personal contact with bathwater is one of life's major challenges.
What's she doing?
Bathing Stephen.
Do you know what Friday is, Sharon?
No.
Our wedding anniversary.
Oh, really?
14 years.
15.
Is it?
Yeah.
What do you think of a surprise party?
For Elsie?
Well, it wouldn't be a surprise for me, would it?
Oh, that'd be great. She'd really like that.
The problem is, how are we going to organise it without her knowing? KGB couldn't keep anything secret from Elsie.
Have you never had a secret from her?
Me? Huh, never had a chance. Think she's got my brain bugged.
I've been told you want me. What are you after? Me mind or me body?
Bah, yeah, that's a difficult choice.
Ah, well, come on. What do you want? I haven't got all day.
I just wanted to know the name of that builder your Doris had to build her patio.
Build a patio? He didn't build a patio. He only reflagged her backyard.
She told me she'd had a patio built.
Ah, well, our Doris hadn't been the same since they went to Portugal for their holidays.
I bumped into her on market last week, and she said she were buying some chops because her and Bert were going to have a barbecue on their patio.
I were round there. I've never seen out so daft in all my life. There was our Bert, sitting on one of their kitchen chairs in the backyard, a bottle of brown ale in one hand and a burnt chop in t'other. He's very susceptible to drafts, you know, is our Bert. Gets a lot of lumbago. He had on this old overcoat that he got when he was demobbed, a woolen scarf and a cap, and he still looks starved through.
Well, it would. It's November.
You're not having a patio, you know.
Me? Am I Eckers like? I'm just having my backyard reflagged. Wonder how much a barbecue costs.
Hey, can you keep a secret?
That'll be telling.
I want to ask you a favour.
No, there's no charge for asking.
Well, it's Elsie's wedding anniversary on Friday, and Roland wants to give her a surprise party.
It's not a barbecue, is it?
Barbecue? It's November.
Have you ever had a barbecue?
Well, nearly.
What do you mean, nearly?
My dad set fire to next door's fence, and me and our Elvis baked a couple of potatoes on it.
I don't think that counts.
Anyway, about this cake.
Oh, you can't make cakes on them.
On what?
Barbecues.
I Ivy, why are we talking about barbecues?
I'm thinking of getting one.
In November?
No, next spring.
Well, I'm talking about this Friday.
No, it's too cold now. It's November.
Somebody said you make cakes, you know, proper ones with icing.
Well, my husband does.
Your husband?
They were in the catering corps. To be honest, he's not a lot of use, my Aubrey, but he can ice a cake.
Oh, it'd be great to have a proper cake with something written on it in icing. Happy anniversary to Elsie and Roland. Congratulations from all your friends. And best wishes for the next 15 years.
Are we talking about a cake or Manchester Evening News?
You'll have to do something about it, Ike. That's 2 out of 4 not flushing properly now. If you can't cope with it, just tell me and we'll get the plumber in.
Of course I can cope with it. There's nought I don't know about water. I spent 5 years with Waterboard. I used to eat, breathe and sleep water.
Well, that accounts for it. It's water on the brain.
I think the problem is with the cisterns. The water flow doesn't seem to be getting up to them.
You can't get water to go upwards. It's a matter of gravity. The only way you can get water to go upwards is to pump it up. It's against nature for water to flow upwards.
Yes, Ike, that is a simple fact of life that I learned at an early age.
That's why it rains downwards. If it rained upwards, it'd go up your trouser leg.
Thank you, Archimedes.
Well, I was in here.
He was displaying a profundity of thought that would stagger Einstein.
Einstein?
Sid Einstein. He's foreman at the raincoat factory next door.
Why did you want Ike?
Oh, I just thought I'd have a word with him about,
If it's about the lavatories not flushing, I've told him.
Yes, that was it. It was about the lavs.
Do you know, Sharon, I've been thinking about our wedding anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps I'm being a little hard on Roland. I mean, a lot of men don't remember their wedding anniversaries. It doesn't mean they're not good husbands, does it? Just that they're...
Forgetful.
I thought I might give Roland a surprise.
A surprise?
Yes. Take him out somewhere. Don't you think that would be a good idea?
Well, it'd definitely be a surprise.
It's a long while since we went anywhere special, so I'm going to get 2 tickets for the Palace. I believe the show there's very good.
Oh, well, I tell you what. I want to go into town at dinner time for some tights, so I'll get the tickets for you.
Would you? I can't go myself because Mr. Blake wants me to work through dinner hour.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll get it all sorted out.
I can't wait to see Roland's face when he finds out he's going to the theatre.
Me neither. Especially as he's got a barrel of brown ale and a crate of baby sham on order. Ike?
I'm mending it. You'll have to cross your legs.
I don't want to. I want to talk to you.
What you after now?
Why do you always think I'm after something?
Do you want to whisper sweet nothings in my ear?
Ooh, do I, Ike?
Well, what you after then?
Well, somebody said your Clarence had gone to work at that wine shop on corner of Rochdale Road.
Well, what about it?
Well, do you think he'd do us a favour? I'm after some glasses for a party.
When do you want them?
Friday night.
I should still be there Friday.
Why is he leaving?
Oh, aye.
When?
When they find out
Find out what?
what he's done.
What has he done?
Not yet, but he will. With our Clarence, it's just a matter of time.
Will we ask him about them glasses? I'll tell you how many I need tomorrow.
Am I invited?
Heck.
Never mind, I'll come any road.
Strangers in the night. Hiya, Beryl.
Hi, kid.
Looking cheerful.
Got a date in the dinner hour.
Oh, somebody nice.
Howard.
Who's Howard?
You know, my driving instructor, the one who looks like Burt Reynolds.
I thought he were called Ken. Ken Walsh.
Yeah, he is, but he likes to be called Howard. It's got a bit more class to it, isn't it?
Sounds a bit poncy to me.
He's got these searing, dark brown eyes. When he looks at you, it's as though they're smouldering with desire. And he breathes sort of heavy, like he's fighting back a fierce, burning passion.
That's indigestion. Take him some Senapod.
How long have you and Marjorie been married now, Stanley?
Since before I was old enough to know better.
In years.
Oh, 16, 17 years. I was a child bridegroom.
Did you ever think of doing anything else?
Yeah, of course I did. But her father threatened me with the loss of something precious.
I mean, earlier, when you were growing up, did you ever consider an alternative lifestyle?
Alternative lifestyles, Elsie, a new invention. It's like fighting for peace. Or the STP.
I never thought about doing anything else. I grew up expecting to get married, buy a house, have a family. I never thought of spending my life in any other way.
Oh, by heck, you're getting a bit maudlin, aren't you? What's brought all this on?
Well, it's our wedding anniversary on Friday. 15 years, it's just made me think a bit, that's all. I mean, where have the last 15 years gone?
Same place everybody else's years are gone, up the Swanee.
Basically, when you boil it down, what is marriage?
Well, I can tell you what marriage is. It's a dance performed by overweight skaters on very thin ice.
Stand by your desks and account for your cups.
We've only got one each, Ivy. Surely we'll allowed a cup of coffee if we work through dinner hour.
You don't look as though you're working to me, gazing around like a couple of stale duck eggs.
We're having a philosophical discussion on marriage.
Why did you get married, Ivy?
Me? Well, same reason as everybody else.
But what's that?
How should I know?
Hiya, Beryl. What are you doing here?
Contemplating my old age.
What's wrong?
Stood me up, didn't it?
Found out, has he?
Found out what?
Who you married to? I mean, look at it this way. When a bloke finds out you're Mrs. Mad Mick the Mangler, he probably starts to worry about a few things.
Like what?
Like black eyes and broken jaws.
Especially if he calls himself Howard. Perhaps he just couldn't get away. Yeah, that's probably it. He's very busy. You'd be surprised how many folk are learning to drive these days.
Well, how's Mother?
Sitting up in bed with a scarlet bed jacket and a nose to match. Where's Elsie?
Evening classes. She's doing interpretation of art this year.
She's got a good brain, your Elsie, I'll say that for her. Interpretation of art. Imagine. And I thought it was all painted in English.
Yeah, well, what about a drink, Auntie?
Oh, well, of course, you know I'm only a social drinker.
Oh, yes,
but
of course.
I'll have
What
a
about
light
you?
ale,
Yeah.
Roland. But I'll have a small share to keep you company.
Oh, that's what I call really sociable. Now then, Roland, what's going on? Hey, Sharon, love, give us an ashtray, will you?
Yeah, Gran.
We're thinking of having a party.
Don't we need more than 4 for a party? Not to mention bigger sherry glasses.
I didn't mean tonight, Auntie. Friday night.
What's so special about Friday?
It's our wedding anniversary.
15 years.
Oh, yes, of course, I remember your wedding. What a pity you didn't have champagne.
We did have champagne.
Well, that's what some people might call it. But, of course, when my second husband was mayor of Blackburn, we used to have champagne celebrations for...
Anyway, this is supposed to be a surprise party for Elsie. That's why I need your help.
Oh, well, I'll do out you want, Roland. I tell you what, I'll make some of me cheese straws. Oh, I'm very good at them, aren't I, Sharon?
Oh, yeah, my Gran's cheese straws are great.
I could make some sausage rolls at your mother's. I expect her oven's quite usable. I had one just like it 20 years ago.
Nuts.
I beg your pardon.
Nuts, they'll need nuts and a cheese dip. You have to have a cheese dip these days.
And Sharon's organising a cake, aren't you, Sharon?
Yeah, well, I think Ivy's husband will do one for us.
Oh, is that Aubrey Higginbottom?
Yeah.
Ah, he does some wonderful cakes. Real works of art. He did a christening cake last month for the Guthries. You should have seen it. Little pink rosebuds and lots of that very fine trellis work, you know, with Janice printed beautifully on the top. Ah, pity, really.
Why?
Well, the baby's a boy. It's called James.
Now, the hardest thing's going to be keeping it a secret from Elsie.
And getting everybody here before she gets home. Now, Sharon's confided in Mr. Blake, and he's going to ask her to work late.
What if she refuses?
I thought of that. I'm going to tell her that I've got a round table meeting, so she'll think there's no point in her rushing home.
Hey, we had a close shave today. Elsie decided to get theatre tickets for Friday night to give Roland a surprise.
It would have given me more than a surprise.
But I went to the Palace for her and got 2 tickets for Saturday instead. I told her they were booked up for Friday.
Oh, your mother and I are going to the Palace Saturday night, Roland. I got the tickets for her this morning to cheer her up. Front row of the dress circle. Seats 12 and 13.
Roland, we were sitting next to her.
There's something going on, Stanley. I can sense it. There was a distinct smell of alcohol in the house when I got home from my evening class last night.
Not alcohol, Elsie. Not Roland. He didn't have a drink.
There's no no need to be facetious, Stanley. The point I'm making is that Roland is a social drinker. He never bothers to have a drink when he's at home on his own.
Well, happen he wasn't on his own.
Well, he told me he was. But I found a cigarette end with lipstick on it in one of the ashtrays.
Yeah, well, does Sharon smoke
Well,
sometimes?
you know perfectly well she doesn't. Anyway, she was out with Wayne. They didn't get back till 11.
Well, that's it then, isn't it? He gave Wayne and a drink before him and Sharon went out.
That doesn't explain the cigarette end, does it? Wayne doesn't smoke, and even if he did, there wouldn't be lipstick on it, would there? I know he's a bit strange, but he's not Boy George.
Why are women so suspicious? It's typical. You're all alike. I only went out for a couple of hours last night, and Marjorie accused me of taking Thelma Smiley to the Crown and Cushion. I was nowhere near it.
Where were you?
The Royal Oak.
Who were you?
Thelma Smiley.
I don't know what I'd do if Roland started seeing another woman. I just don't know what I'd do. I don't think I could cope with it.
Oh, I shouldn't worry. Roland's not the type.
But what is the type? I mean, what sort of man goes out with other women?
Married ones.
Roland is a married one.
Good point.
Nothing's going to plan so far. Elsie hasn't got a clue.
Our Clarence had a surprise party last year.
Who for?
For himself.
How can you be surprised at your own party?
Well, you can if bailiffs turn up and take all your furniture.
Take Hardy, can your husband do it?
How about white and yellow with little green flowers and a happy anniversary written on it?
Oh, great. Will it cost a lot?
Enough.
It don't matter anyway, because Roland said I can have carte blanche.
Oh, aye? And what's that when it's at home?
Well, that's French, that, isn't it? Dano's now.
All right, clever clog. So what does it mean?
Well, blanche means white.
So?
So that's what it means. A white cart.
A white cart? Why should you want a white cart?
How should I know? To carry cake and all them glasses, I suppose.
I hope I've made enough sausage rolls. Oh, don't worry, your worship. I think 14 each will be quite enough. But they're only small ones. Well, that's a blessing. I made them bite-sized. I always think there's nothing worse than standing around trying to talk and eating a 6-inch sausage roll at the same time.
Especially when they're so crumbly.
They're not as crumbly as your cheese straws. I expect Elsie will be hoovering this carpet for months when people have finished with your cheese straws.
Hello, Roland. She's on her way up. Yeah, she's been out about an hour. If you tell her now, because Mr. Blake's going to ask her to work late when I give him the nod. Oh, hang on, she's here. Elsie, it's Roland on the phone for you.
Roland? Oh, I wonder if he's remembered. Perhaps he's ringing to suggest we go out.
Yeah.
Roland? Oh, hello. What? A round table meeting? Tonight? I see. Annoyed? No, of course I'm not annoyed. Why should I be annoyed? No, I don't have any plans. Why should I have plans? There's no reason for me to have any plans, is there? Well, what time will you be home? Well, if you don't know, don't expect a dinner on the table.
Elsie, Mr. Blake wants a word with you. What's up? Is something wrong?
No, nothing. Nothing at all, at least nothing that I didn't expect.
Hello, Gran, it's me. How's it going? Yeah, everything's going fine here. The plan's going dead smoothly. Yeah, I'll be there soon. Ta-ra!
Mr. Blake's just asked me to stay behind for half an hour tonight, Sharon. Could you make sure Stephen's all right? I think he's got football practice, but he'll still be home before me.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll be there. I'm off now, Elsie, because Mr. Blake wants me to take these paper samples to the insurance office in Albert Square. He said I can go straight home from there.
Oh.
See you later.
Yes, Sharon, I'll see you later. I'm not going to cry. Not at my age. Not after 15 years. Well, not if I can help it.
There we are.
Now, hey, you. Watch what you're doing.
Look out, this is full of glasses.
Well, shift. I've got a cake. Ladies first.
Gladly. When I can find one. Well, ring bell, my hands are full.
Well, so are mine.
Well, use your nose.
Use yours. It's big enough.
Ah, I thought I heard somebody.
Oh, I'm not the telly. Look, hey, you. Watch what you're doing.
I've got the glasses.
Well done.
Elsie,
Yes?
can I use the phone a minute, please?
Well, you're not supposed to. There's a payphone downstairs for the factory staff.
Yeah, I know, but it's not working.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose so, if it's important. Mr. Blake's gone.
Thanks. Hello. Could I speak to Mr. Walsh, please? It's about Mrs. Wainwright. Yes, it is important. Look, I've been trying to get in touch with him all week. All right, I'll hang on. Hello, Howard, it's me, Beryl. I just want to see you. Well, why? What's wrong? Look, I'm not trying to crowd you, honest. It's just that... Yeah, I thought tonight... I see. Well, look, Ken. If there's ever a time when you're not busy, don't ring me, because I will be. Bloody men.
Are you having trouble with your love life, Beryl?
Bloody men.
Why don't you stop playing with fire and go home to your husband?
Go home to me husband. Well, it's all right for you to talk, isn't it? You and your cosy little marriage and your nice, faithful husband. How would you like to go home every night to someone known as Mad Mick the Mangler? Not that he is home all that often. He's usually in some wrestling ring somewhere, belting hell out of some other daft devil. Do you know where he is tonight? In Oldham, fighting some bloke called Oak Tree Malone.
Oak Tree Malone?
Yeah, suits him and all. He's as thick as a plank of wood.
How long have you been married, Beryl?
Too long. Since I was 16. I thought Mick were great then, you know, dead butch-like, strong, silent type. Didn't take me long to figure out he was so silent because he was too stupid to think of how to say.
So you're not very happy with him, then?
Happy? What's happy? Don't think I've ever been happy in my life.
Well, you're always very cheerful.
Yeah, well, you've got to be cheerful, haven't you? Don't mean you're happy.
Why don't you leave him, then?
And do what? Go where? I'm like a rabbit in a cage, me. I don't like living in it, but if I got out, I'd probably get run over.
It's my wedding anniversary today. 15 years.
Congratulations. How are you going to celebrate?
I'm not. Roland seems to have something better to do.
Oh, I. Like what?
Well, he says he's going to a round-table meeting, but he isn't. Because I bumped into the wife of one of the other members, and she told me they were going out tonight. Well, if there was a meeting, her husband wouldn't be missing it.
A bit suspicious.
When I got home the other night from night school, there was a cigarette in the ashtray with lipstick on it, and Roland said he'd spent the evening on his own.
Even more suspicious.
Bloody men.
You can't trust any of them.
Would you like a drink, Beryl?
A drink?
Well, there's no point taking it home, is there? I don't know who my husband is with tonight, Beryl, but I'm sure it's not someone with a name like Oak Tree Malone.
Where can she be?
She should have been here an hour ago. Of course, to give a really successful party, one has to have outside caterers. Listen, she'll be here in a minute. Now, don't panic. I must say, Mrs. Higginbottom, your husband does a lovely cake.
Aye, he's in a world of his own with an icing bag in his hand.
It's a shame he didn't manage to get both the ends in anniversary.
I wish we had some cut glass. Champagne should be drunk out of cut glass.
Yeah, you're right. But I'd rather have champagne without cut glass than cut glass without champagne.
Good point, Beryl. Here, let me top up your cup.
Do you know, he really thinks a lot of himself, that Ken Walsh. Can't think why, he's only a driving instructor. Somebody once told him he looked like Burt Reynolds. I think it went to his head.
Does he?
Looks more like Debbie Reynolds. Do you know what he said to me?
No.
I can't keep being seen with you, Beryl. I'm a pillar of society.
Pompous twit. What did you say?
Said he looked more like a pillock of society. At least I would have done if I'd thought of it fast enough.
Oh, do you know, Beryl, I once went out with a married man.
You did?
Well, I was very young at the time. It was before I met Roland. I only went out with him twice. I used to think he was very romantic because he took me to quiet little places with secluded lighting.
Yeah, they all do that. So as they won't be recognised.
But in the cold light of day, he looked a lot less romantic. When I discovered he had dandruff and suffered from piles, I went...
Infatuation causes optical illusions. What? Oh, don't ask me to say that again.
You're right, Beryl. I know what you mean. Any woman that says the man in her life is wonderful probably doesn't know him as well as his wife does.
Any chance of another beer?
You've had 3 already and you weren't even invited.
Oh, well, if I'm not welcome, I'll leave. Honey, I'll just have to take all glasses with me, won't I?
Here. I don't think you should call the police just yet, Roland. Give it another half hour.
But it's not like Elsie. I mean, she's always so reliable.
That was me. Pull myself together.
Do you know how many people die of thirst waiting for buses in Manchester?
Oh, it must be millions. Millions and millions.
1,000,001.
1,002.
Well, let's go in here then and have a drink.
Oh, I don't know about that, Beryl. Had all that champagne and an empty stomach.
Oh, well, they might do sandwiches in here. Oh, come on, there's naught going on at your house, is there?
Oh, that's true, Beryl. That's very true. Tell me some more about that.
Oh, no, all the food's gone now.
Oh, no, we still have the cake.
Oh!
Ah, Russia, don't cut it! Oh! I'll spiffly cake.
5 more minutes, that's all. Then I'm phoning the police.
Right, thank you, Lily. Thank you very much. See ya. See you, Dave. Hey, give us a ring, Dave.
Is it my imagination, Beryl, or is the fresh air somewhat fierce?
Elsie, why haven't I come into your house? I can't remember.
Well, I don't know. Oh, yes, I do. Because I've got some gin and you haven't.
I knew there were a good reason. Come on, Chucky. Right, are you ready now?
I'm perfectly all right, Beryl.
Well, what number are you?
What?
Hey, is this right? I
Yes,
don't
it
know
is.
where the hell we are.
Beryl, please, don't.
Get your key.
What key?
Key. Your key to get in the door.
To get in the door.
Is it there? It's not the right way.
Hey, she's here. Oh, she's at the door. Turn the lights off, somebody.
Well, you're here.
Shh, be quiet.
Seems very dark. Are the lights out or am I going blind?
I think the lights are out, Elsie, because it's dark.
Oh, well, we're in now.
Right, lead me to the gym.
I'd like to see the lounge. I just find the door.
Happy anniversary!
Bloody hell.
God,
Elsie, love. Where have you been?
oh, I'm so sorry, Roland. Afraid I can't stand up. Fresh air was a little fierce.